Is it me, or does it feel like life in the middle class is so difficult? It feels like you're so close to being poor and broke, and it looks like it's impossible to become rich. And the reason being is because once you're in the middle class, you start picking up these bad money habits because you have one eye on being rich, but you forget you're not that far from being broke and poor. And in this video, I'm gonna give you the 7 bad money habits that you definitely need to break if you wanna reach financial freedom. The first bad money habit that a lot of people in the middle class have is they rely on one source of income. And I get it, I really do. You were promised this dream to get your career job, and that job will just take care of you. You work there for 40 years and you retire all happy. Well, that's not the case, as we know. Is a lot of the wages are not increasing at all. Inflation is eating up everyone's raises right about now. And also, all these jobs are doing layoffs just like that. They do not care. They lay you off and then you're lost, confused, broke, and you have no money. That's why you need to just diversify that risk. You certainly need to start a side hustle, whatever it is, guys. I don't care if it's doing deliveries on the weekend, doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart. I don't care what it is, but at least pick up a side hustle, especially if it's some type of dream that you always dreamed of. Go after it and see what happens. You have time to just work on that side hustle and see where it goes. But if you just want to just stack up cash, guys, you could do Uber Eats. You could sign up right away and just put money on the side to build that emergency fund. Put money aside to put money into investing. That way, if your job lays you off, it's just a slight inconvenience and you're used to working hard, so you know you'll rebound real quick and get back on the grind. The second bad money habit that a lot of people in the middle class have is this: living paycheck to paycheck. You're always looking at the rich people, and you really think you're rich. Why? Because now they have this buy now, pay later. You can just swipe your credit cards to give you the illusion that you're rich. But we all know it comes a day where all those swipes that you're doing with your credit card, all those buy now, pay later things you're doing, all these loans you're getting, gotta be paid back. And that is the problem. A lot of people that live paycheck to paycheck is because they're spending all their money on trying to impress other people. If you want to get rich and you want to get wealthy and you want to get out of this cycle, listen, getting out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle requires you to take a certain percent of your paycheck every single time you get paid and put it to savings. You need to prioritize savings. I'm not saying you're going to become all of a sudden just a saver for the rest of your life. No, but you definitely need to have some saving on the side. That way you're not living paycheck to paycheck. That way you can build that emergency fund in case anything happens, you're protected. But if you're living paycheck to paycheck, all it takes is just one flat tire away from destroying your financial world. And it's going to happen. It always happens. And you will never be prepared if you live in paycheck to paycheck. And let's be quite honest, you will be extremely nervous and paranoid every single time. And you're hoping and praying that your paychecks will always come through on the date that you want it to come through. So for budgeting, really what I recommend is doing the 50-30-20. I know it seems ridiculously hard to do this nowadays. 50% on your living. It feels like a lot of people are spending 80% on their living, especially with rent and everything being so high. But that should definitely be your goal. Just because you can't do it today doesn't mean that you aim for it. Just aim for 50-30-20. 50% on your needs, 30% on your wants, and 20% on debt and savings. The third bad money habit that the middle class have is they love to spend money on statuses. Oh, as soon as they get approved for a mortgage, all of a sudden they were thinking about getting a 3-bedroom home. Now they want to get a 4. They want to live in a rich area. Now they have a new house. They want to get a car. And all of that is simply just because status. You're middle class. You just made all this money. Why are you so eager to throw it away? That seems to be the middle class thing. You just want to quickly just upgrade your lifestyle and go right back to feeling one paycheck away from being broke. But you cannot do that. Nowadays, so many people are getting expensive cars, paying $700 to $1,000 a month on one car. And then you get married, and next thing you know, now you have a $1,000 payment times 2 because people do not believe in frugality. People see cars, man, and for some reason they go insane when they buy cars. You can't do that. Get things that you could afford, and do not, please, I remind you, do not say to yourself, well, I'm gonna get that bonus and I should be getting a raise, so yeah, maybe things will be tight now, but in the future, no, nothing is ever guaranteed. You guys know that at work, you might be guaranteed a bonus and they take it away. You might be guaranteed a promotion, then they take it away. A raise and they take it away. The economy is what dictates how much you get paid. If the economy goes down, you might get laid off. And living in a house is so beautiful, a car that's so wonderful. A car is not going to drive without gas, okay? And you won't be able to drive that long once you cannot pay your car insurance. So stop focusing on liabilities and focus on assets. Focus on putting money into your investment account. Focus on buying property and just renting it out and flipping it. Focus on assets. Focus on you. You are an asset. Don't make yourself a liability in your own financial world. The fourth bad money habit that the middle class has is this. They do not prioritize investing. As soon as people get their first job, they do not look at their company 401k. They don't look about putting money into Roth IRA. They delay it. Because of course, you're working a little wrinkly-dinky job in college and now you have yourself a real job with real money. So you want to do all these things that you've been delaying. You cannot do that at all. You need to prioritize investing. And this is the beautiful thing about investment, okay? You always hear about time and compound interest. The earlier you start investing, you don't need to put as much money into your investments, okay? You can put $200 to $300. It's not gonna be a huge amount of money, but throughout time, for 30 years or 40 years of investing, you will become a multi-millionaire. But the longer you wait, the harder it is. And it's like that for plenty of reasons. Number one, people do that. They delay investing early, saying, oh, I'll do it in the future. But now you have a house. Now you're married with kids. Now you have a car. Now you have all these other obligations that makes it even harder for you to invest. So please invest early and frequently and make it automatic and as painless as possible. Trust me, you will thank me later in the future. The fifth bad middle class habit is this: accumulating bad debt. Credit cards, guys, it's a risky game. A lot of people see credit cards, you get rewards and you get free hotels and free flights, and that's great. But not everyone is a credit card person. You need to be extremely responsible because that could just take a downturn quickly. You can end up just having to max out your credit cards, paying monthly payments, and now you are trapped. It feels like there's no way out of having credit card debt because now you made your credit card debt part of your lifestyle. You make credit cards and loans, all that a part of your lifestyle. You can never afford your lifestyle, and you need to admit it quickly. By adding credit cards and all these loans on top of that, it's just gonna make the situation even worse. Now you're gonna be stuck in a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. You can't take any risk and you won't be happy because you're going to work, not for you, you're going to work to pay all these bills back. And the majority of times, not even paying them off fully. You get some money in there. Once it's available credit, you start using it again. That is what you see continuously from the middle class people. Sometimes the middle class gets a house. They love the house. The first thing they do is once they get a little bit of equity is pull out a whole line of equity. Quickly, they want to spend, and you cannot do that. What I highly recommend, guys, really, is if you have any credit card debt, pay it off as soon as possible. Do not delay it. Yes, I know investing is great. Everything about investing is wonderful. But if you're walking around with a credit card bill that has 22 to 23% interest rate on it, guys, it's eating your investments. Just focus on paying your credit cards off. I don't care if you do the avalanche. I don't care if you do the debt snowball. Just pay it off. Choose any method and just pay it off. You could switch methods in the meantime. You can do whatever the hell you want. But please get rid of credit card debt. The sixth bad money habit that the middle class has is this. They do not think about retirement whatsoever. At all. Everyone seems so worried and so petrified to think about the future when they're not working. They want to enjoy life because everyone wants to live for today. Everyone wants to enjoy today and they do not want to delay the gratification. I get it. I certainly get it. There's so many great things that you want to do today, especially when you're young and you're youthful. That's why you don't need to just go extremely crazy with putting money into a retirement account. Just put some money in there, especially at a young age. Just start putting some money in. And this is another thing that drives me crazy when I think about it, is a lot of jobs offer you a company match. You're not even taking advantage of that. They are giving you dollar for dollar. A lot of places give dollar for dollar. A lot of places give 50% to every dollar. But with that being said, guys, if you put in $1, you get $1. They are matching you. It's a 100% return. You have to take advantage of that because it comes to a time, guys, when you are not going to be able to work as much. We have a shelf life. We cannot continue to be working after 60, 65. A lot of things that we can be doing in life, there's a lot of things that we will not be able to do in our later years. So investing allows your money to work for you. Your money will make more money than you. period. They don't need vacations. They don't need a formal union, nothing. If you put money into an investment account, guys, it's continually working, continually compounding, even when you're sleeping. That is the goal that you need to have. But a lot of middle class people neglect that because why? They want to just live for today. You cannot do that. You definitely need to prioritize putting money into your Roth IRA and your 401k accounts. And the 7th bad money habit that the middle class have is this. They put all their money into savings. Now, a lot of people are so worried about investing because it's a risk. But you need to be more afraid of the fact of inflation eating all your money. That is a bigger risk if all you do is keep money into a savings account. You can't do that. You have to invest. Period. Your money has to make money. You cannot just put your money in a savings account that doesn't give you a great rate of return and it's just sitting there getting eaten alive by inflation. You certainly need to put money, at least your emergency fund, in a high yield savings account. But once you get to a certain point where all your emergency funds is stacked up, now it's time to put money into investing, into an index fund. But you cannot just sit idle and not invest. That is the worst thing for you to do. Do not delay your investing. Jump into it. Put an index fund, an ETF that follows the S&P 500. Anything, but please, please, please don't just keep money sitting in your savings account. That is the worst place for your money to sit. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 7 just extremely horrible, bad money habits that the middle class have. If you know any other habit that the middle class do, drop a comment down below and let me know. But the 7 that I stated in this video, to me, is really critical, especially if you want to reach financial freedom. Catch you guys in my next video. Peace.